tomorrow will be better. The sum of two numbers is 35. The first number is 11 greater than the second. Find both numbers. Follow me, dear friends. Solution. This is the set of questions which should be read in between the lines because these questions have keywords which hide vital information. Now in this question we are asked to find some two numbers which you don't yet know. All we know about the two numbers is that if you add them, it gives 35, and then the first is 11 greater than the second. The first thing is, let's assign some variables to represent these two numbers because we don't yet know them. So I start by saying, let first number be x, and then let second number be y. Okay, now the next thing to do here is to interpret this information and write it in mathematical form. Okay, and this now makes use of the keywords I mentioned earlier. Now the first one is the sum of the two numbers is 35. What does sum mean? Sum is a basic mathematical statement that refers to addition. Okay, so this one is basic. What it means, the sum of the two numbers is 35, means if you add x, the first and then the second, you should get 35. We can call this equation 1. Now what does it mean for the first one to be 11 greater than the second? Let me use a very simple example to explain this. Suppose we have two brothers. One is 12 years old and the other one, the younger one, is 4 years. In ordinary English language, we would say that the older sibling is 8 years older than the younger sibling. Okay, look carefully how I'm interpreting it and how I'm saying it. The older sibling is 8 years older than the younger sibling. Now in mathematical language, it will translate like the older sibling is 8 years greater than the younger sibling. In other words, this greater than here implies or connotates a positive or an addition. Okay, now in other cases you find statements like this one is this number of times greater than the other. Now let me translate it here. In this same example, we would say the older sibling is 3 times older than the younger sibling. You see that it's still mathematically correct. Okay, so these are the various statements that you can encounter in this section here. All lies in how you interpret it. You have to interpret it correctly. Okay, so now let's come back here. According to the information, the first number is 11 greater than the second. Very easy and simple, straightforward. So if this is correct and I rearrange this equation, I'm going to have that x minus y, I'm bringing y to the left, it becomes minus equals to 11, and this is equation 2. Clearly, dear friends, we found ourselves with a pair of simultaneous equations which we can solve using any of the methods of solving simultaneous equations which I taught in the previous videos, because tomorrow will certainly be better. Solve this and leave your answer in the comment section.